From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
And good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on your MTN statewide news on this Monday. I'm Andrea Lutz. Some baseball news hitting Montana new this afternoon. Starting in 2021, the Pioneer Baseball League will transition from its previous affiliated status to an independent professional MLB partner. This means baseball in Montana communities like Billings, Great Falls, and Missoula will continue, but it might not be the baseball fans knew before. The announcement brings a close to months of uncertainty surrounding the future of professional baseball in Montana. Baseball will start up next summer, and all 8 Pioneer League teams will be redesignated to Partner League. The Billings Mustangs, the Great Falls Voyagers, and the Missoula Paddleheads will continue participating and maintaining their existing team names and brands. The Pioneer League will join the Atlanta League, the American Association, and the Frontier League as an MLB partner. That covers the United States and Canada and attracts players of varying levels of experience. Montana health authorities report 9 more COVID-related deaths so far today in Montana, along with more than 640 new cases. Cascade County reports 3 of those victims. Yellowstone and Silverbow counties each reporting 2, and 1 in each of Sheridan and Prairie counties. Today's report marks the first resident from Prairie County. At this hour, MTN reports a total of 701 total deaths across the state and over 15,000 active cases. Now the focus is turned really to distribution. Health professionals in Missoula say we could see the trickling in of a new vaccine in Montana in the next few weeks. But the vaccine will be given out in a tiered system. It could be late spring before members of the general public actually get that vaccine. You may recall vaccinations for H1N1 in 2009. That's when the health department say they only were providing the vaccinations. Fortunately, that's not the case here. The state is actively, though, enrolling in vaccine providers as we speak, which will help more people get vaccinated faster.
Anyone who is a vaccine provider that gets enrolled with the state will at some point be able to get vaccine and help to distribute that, which is really helpful for our team, because we know that while we were able to do mass vaccination clinics during H1N1, we can't do it in that way with this disease, because the whole idea is to keep us all apart from each other so that we're not spreading it.
Early enough in the planning stages to determine things like department costs and resources when it does come to distribution. Oh, the UK becoming one of the first countries to offer a COVID-19 vaccine. Right now, government regulators are addressing and assessing vaccines from Pfizer and AstraZeneca, and they are in the final stages before releasing the shot, which will account for 140 million doses. The UK also has deals with 5 other vaccine producers for a grand total of 350 million secured vaccine doses. 67 million people live in the UK. The country has had Europe's highest coronavirus death toll. If you have traveled or you had people visit over Thanksgiving, top health officials have a request for you. They're calling on all Americans to get tested for COVID-19, and they say it's an important measure to help control the spread of the virus amid the fall surge. Dr. Anthony Fauci is also encouraging travelers to quarantine if possible until those negative confirmed cases do come back. President-elect Joe Biden is announcing his economic team even as he recovers from an injury over the weekend. Starting today, the president-elect will receive the same daily intelligence briefings as President Donald Trump, who says no amount of time will make him accept the results of the election. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
President-elect Joe Biden left his doctor's office Sunday night, where a scan revealed he suffered hairline fractures on his foot after he slipped while playing with his dog over the weekend. Despite the injury, the president-elect is moving ahead, announcing that he will nominate Janet Yellen for Treasury Secretary this week. She would be the first woman to lead the department if confirmed. President-elect Biden will also nominate 2 women of color in key economic roles. Cecilia Rouse as chair of the Council of Economic Advisors, and Neera Tanden to serve as White House budget director. Beginning today, President-elect Biden will receive high-level intelligence, the president's daily brief, even as President Trump insists nothing will convince him he lost the election.
My mind will not change in 6 months. There was tremendous cheating here.
In his first interview since losing the election, President Trump repeated unsubstantiated claims and even questioned the Justice Department.
This is total fraud, and how the FBI and Department of Justice, I don't know, maybe they're involved.
In a 60 Minutes interview, former election security chief Chris Krebs, a Trump appointee whom the president fired, defended the integrity of the election.
There's no foreign power that is flipping votes. There's no domestic actor flipping votes. This was a secure election.
Krebs called efforts by the president's lawyers to undermine the election results dangerous. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Rouse currently serves as the dean of the School of Public Affairs at Princeton. Tandon is president of the liberal think tank Center for American Progress. Well, Yellowstone County has yet to identify the body of a young woman found along the banks of the Yellowstone River near Shepherd over the weekend. Yellowstone County Sheriff Mike Linder says a goose hunter found the body near Arrow Island Park Sunday morning. And investigators say the woman was in her 20s, but didn't say how long she had been dead for. Linder also says the body was heavily decomposed. We are currently waiting on the coroner's office to confirm the woman's identity from an autopsy. Malmstrom Air Force Base in Great Falls is chosen to receive the new Gray Wolf helicopters, although preparations are underway. They don't expect for the aircraft to arrive for about another year. In May, Malmstrom started renovations on its 3-bay hangar to accommodate the aircraft, and they're also completing construction on a new alert facility and building a missile maintenance dispatch facility.
Helicopters that are flying right now are Vietnam-era helicopters. We need to make sure that we're upgrading them so that we are staying ahead of the game. And that's what the Gray Wolf is supposed to do, is to provide increased capabilities so that we can do our jobs not just better than before, although that'll be true, but better than everyone else can do them.
The Gray Wolf choppers are set to arrive in Montana in the fall of 2021. All right, well, Billings is no stranger to dazzling Christmas light displays. For 7 years, one Billings woman has tracked all the best spots in town. MTN's Mitch Legge tells us why.
Billings has a long-standing tradition of lighting up the night for the holiday season with brightly colored Christmas lights. And since 2013, Angie Whitecotton has been compiling a map to show Billings residents the best places to go.
I mean, there's so many good houses in Billings, and there's no way you can do the whole map in one day.
Whitecotton was born and raised in Billings, but moved out of Montana 2 years ago. She still curates the Christmas light map with the help of another local associate. With everyone having been cooped up in their houses over the pandemic, Whitecotton said people are chomping at the bit to see the homeowners' displays this year.
But people definitely are. I've had a lot of people asking weeks ago when the map's going to be out. And I'm well, most people don't put their lights on until the first of at least Thanksgiving. So I usually post it usually the day after Thanksgiving.
Whitecotton said she has a lot of first-time houses on the map this year, and plenty of locations that have years of experience. On the interactive Google map, each location marked in blue has been going for 15 years or longer. Many houses already have their lights up and going. Some others wait until December to flip the switch. Regardless, taking a drive to see the community's Christmas cheer is fun for the whole family.
At least with this, that it gives people the reason to get out of the house and go have fun.
In Billings, Mitch Legge, MTN News.
And the White House is also decked out for the holiday season. This year's theme is America the Beautiful and features decorations honoring first responders and frontline workers. The Red Room of the White House is decorated to recognize those battling the pandemic, including ornaments of first responders wearing masks and nurses' uniforms. In the China Room, the first family has stockings with their names hanging by the fireplace. Of course, milk and cookies and a note left for Santa. And the traditional White House gingerbread is on display, made of 275 pounds of gingerbread dough, 30 pounds of gum paste, 25 pounds of chocolate, and 25 pounds of royal icing. Sounds good. We do have more news ahead on this Monday on the New News, including a little holiday shopping with a look at one shop featuring products made right here in the Big Sky Country, along with some other great gift-giving ideas. But of course, Ed is up next with a look at that statewide weather forecast.